Hey guys, welcome back to channel. This video introduces the core networking concepts every hacker must understand, from IP address to ports, services and protocols. We will explore how the internet works for an attacker's viewpoint. Hackers must know networking inside out. Must attacks happen over networks, whether it's scanning, exploiting services or intercepting traffic. Deep understanding helps predict and manipulate system behavior. Enable scanning and reconnaissance helps identify vulnerabilities in network-based services. Foundation for understanding exploits, example buffer overflow and man in the middle attack. IP address and subnetting. IP addresses identify devices. IPv4 is still common, while IPv6 is growing. Subnet helps divide and organize large networks, which can affect scan scope and visibility. IP address unique address for each device on a network. Example like 192.168.1.10. Basically two types, IPv4 and IPv6. Subnetting divides a network into segments or small parts. MAC address versus IP address. MAC address identify hardware. IP address identify location in a network. Hackers can spoof MAC address to impersonate devices or bypass filters. MAC hardware ID layer 2 permanent, work in layer 2 and the hardware ID is permanent. IP address logical address layer 3, it can be changed. MAC spoofing used in evasion and impersonation. Ports and services. Services run on specific ports. Hackers often scan these ports to find vulnerabilities. Hackers often scan these ports to find vulnerable services using tools like Nmap. Knowing port services mapping in is fundamental. Knowing port services mapping is fundamental. 21 like file transfer protocol on 21 port. 22 is the SSH secure shell. 23 is the telnet port. 80 is the HTTP port, hypertext transfer protocol. 443 is the hypertext transfer protocol secure. These are the services and protocol, basic services and protocol. TCP and UDP are core protocols. Each has different use case and vulnerabilities. For example, UDP is exploited in DDoS reflecting attacks, while TCP can be manipulated using crafted packets. TCP connection oriented, reliable. UDP user datagram protocol, connection less, fast, less reliable. Exploitation differences. TCP allows session hijacking. UDP is used in amplification attack. attacks. Common protocols for hacker interact with. Protocols define how data move. Hackers analyze and manipulate protocols to intercept, alter, or reroute data. Older or misconfigured protocols are prime targets. DNS domain name translation vulnerable to spoofing. Domain name service system domain name translation vulnerable to spoofing. HTTP hypertext transfer protocol and secure web traffic accesses and injection cross-site scripting and injection targets. SMB file sharing exploited in Eternal Blue. FTP and telnet legacy services with weak no encryption. Network scanning tool. These tools are initial in the hacker toolkit. Nmap reveals open ports, Netcat connect to them, Wireshark inspects traffic, and Traceroute shows routing paths, all critical for reconnaissance. Nmap port and service discovery used for Netcat banner grabbing and connections, Wireshark packet capture and analysis, Traceroute path discovery used for path discovery. Firewall and IDS and IPS. Hackers often try to bypass these defense. Understanding how detection system work enables attackers to avoid triggering alarms or being blocked mid-attack. Firewall filter traffic by IP port or protocol. IDS intrusion detection system detects malicious activity. Intrusion prevention system IPS detects and blocks threats. Practical scenario: scanning a target subnet. We will walk through a few example scenarios showing how a hacker used this knowledge to identify and exploit weaknesses in a network. Scanning a target and subnet, identify open services or port, capturing packets to find credential, exploiting outdated services. Final thought: every successful hacker understands the network deeply. It's where reconnaissance begins and where most attacks unfold. Mastering these basics is the first step to becoming a proficient ethical hacker or penetration tester or pen tester. Networking is the hacker's map of the digital world. Ports and protocols reveal what systems are doing. Mastering these basics is a key to both attack and defense. Thank you. Have a good day, guys. If you have any question, put your question in comments. Thank you. Have a great day.